Gustav Elijah H.R. was born on November 1, 1996, in Allentown, Pennsylvania, yet nothing in his early life hinted at the cultural revolution he would later ignite. His parents, Liza Womack and Carl Johann Etcher, were both Harvard-educated teachers who expected him to follow a traditional academic path. But Peep was different. Introspective, artistic, anxious, and quietly searching for a way out of the world around him. After his family moved to Long Island, New York, Peep struggled to find his place. He was neither an athlete nor a troublemaker. Instead, he was the quiet kid sketching skulls in his notebooks, experimenting with fashion, and spending hours online. Teachers described him as brilliant but lost, while his mother later reflected, Rolling Stone, 2018. He saw beauty in places most kids tried to ignore. By high school, Peep felt socially and academically alienated. He battled anxiety and depression, often skipping classes. Yet he thrived in self-expression, writing, drawing, and exploring music. While other teens used the internet casually, Peep treated it as a sanctuary. YouTube, Tumblr, and eventually SoundCloud gave him a place to exist authentically. He discovered underground rap, emo, goth fashion, alternative rock, and DIY music communities that prized emotion over perfection. This digital landscape became the foundation for his unique sound. In his teens, Peep had no studio, no producer, and no formal training. He downloaded a cracked copy of FL Studio, watched tutorials, and learned to layer vocals over borrowed beats. The results were raw, distorted, uneven, unpolished. But the emotion was undeniable. Early SoundCloud uploads, like Star Shopping, were confessional, resonating with listeners who felt invisible and misunderstood. One fan wrote on Reddit, "It felt like a friend singing to you at 3 a.m., someone who really got it." At 17, Peep dropped out of high school. Instead of abandoning education, he completed his GED and devoted himself fully to music. His mother supported him, buying him a microphone to channel his creativity. Soon, he moved away from Long Island, living frugally while carrying his dreams in a backpack. In 2015, Peep relocated to Los Angeles, seeking community and opportunity. There, he connected with like-minded outsiders, rappers, producers, and digital artists building a new SoundCloud sound. Crowded apartments, late nights, and shared dreams defined his environment. The name, Lil Peep, originated from a childhood nickname, representing the innocence he retained. Under this moniker, he fused emo vulnerability, trap drums, gothic aesthetics, melodic hooks, lyrics that were confessions and cries for help. By late 2015, his SoundCloud following grew rapidly. Fans didn't just enjoy the music, they saw themselves reflected in it. Lil Peep had become a lifeline for thousands of teens seeking connection and understanding. By the time Lil Peep settled in Los Angeles, youth culture was shifting. A generation raised on Tumblr confessions, Hot Topic nostalgia, and SoundCloud's No Rules energy craved music that was raw, emotional, and unfiltered. Peep wasn't joining this movement, he was about to define it. In 2015, Peep connected with GothBoiClique, GBC, an underground collective of artists, producers, and creatives merging emo rock with hip-hop. Founded by Wicca Phase Springs Eternal, Adam McElwee, the group included Cold Heart, Horsehead, Lil Tracy, formerly Young Bruh, J.P. Dream Thug, Fish Narc, Doves, Yawns. They weren't chasing radio hits, they were building a culture. Peep's early tracks amazed the collective. Cold Heart recalled to Billboard, "It didn't sound like anything else on SoundCloud. It was emotional but still hard." Invited into GBC digitally first, then in person, Peep finally found a creative family. Lil Tracy became Peep's creative partner. With Tracy's punk sensibility and rapping instinct, their collaborations were electric. Peep's melodic sensibilities, Tracy's sharp hooks, Fish Narc's guitar production, Guy, late night energy. Tracks like White Tea, Cobain, Witchblades, and Your Favorite Dress became anthems. Their fashion, dyed pink hair, spiked chokers, face tattoos, thrift store goth, defined a subculture instantly adopted by teens worldwide. Peep fused emo and trap not as a gimmick but as a language. Key elements included hard 808 drums, 2000s emo guitar loops, whispered vocals, melodic sadness, lyrics about love, addiction, loneliness, and death. Critics called it emo rap, lo-fi heartbreak, and goth trap, but fans understood this was a voice, not a label. By 2016, Peep shared a cramped apartment with GBC members. Amid wires, pizza boxes, and recording gear, creativity flourished. Dozens of tracks became cult classics. Fish Narc told Rolling Stone, "You could feel something historic happening in that room." June 2016 saw the release of Crybaby. Vulnerable and haunting, tracks like Lil Jeep, Yesterday, and Absolute in Doubt became SoundCloud staples. Later that year, Hellboy arrived featuring OMFG, Girls, Fucked Up, and the song they played, When I Crashed Into the Wall. Peep wasn't just an underground artist, he was a movement. Between 2016 and early 2017, SoundCloud saw a revolution with artists like Lil Peep, XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, Lil Tracy, Lil Uzi Vert, Bones, Night Level. Yet Peep stood apart, not for controversy but for emotion. He wasn't angry or violent. He was hurting, and thousands of teens felt the same. The golden age of emo rap had begun, and Lil Peep was at its heart. Fans weren't just listening, they were building communities, sharing edits, tattoos, and messages, finding belonging in his music. By early 2017, Lil Peep had evolved from a SoundCloud sensation into the face of a new youth movement. Every Instagram post brought tens of thousands of new followers. Every leaked snippet went viral. In less than 12 months, he had gone from sleeping on friends' couches to being recognized on the street. The world wanted to see him live. Peep's early shows were unlike traditional concerts. They were cathartic gatherings of teens with dyed hair, eyeliner, patched hoodies, and glowing phone screens. Fans screamed every word as if the lyrics were ripped from their own diaries. During his 2017 tours across Europe and the US, venues overflowed. People lined up hours early, and some fans fainted at barricades. Security struggled to maintain order. In Paris, a teenager told Vice, "It's not a concert, it's a therapy session." Yet behind the adoration, Peep was exhausted. The constant travel, late nights, and pressure weighed heavily. He medicated stress and insomnia with substances that would later contribute to tragedy. Despite this, the shows grew bigger, the fan base stronger, and Peep's legend faster than anyone could control. In spring 2017, Peep signed with First Access Entertainment, a move that transformed his career. For the first time, he had professional studios, major producers, structured recording sessions, a team guiding him toward a global breakthrough. His debut studio album, Come Over When You're Sober, PT1, marked a shift. The lo-fi SoundCloud aesthetic evolved into something cleaner yet still deeply emotional. Producers like Smokey Sack and IIVI crafted a haunting blend of crunchy guitars, ethereal pads, trap drums, melodic, ghost-like vocals. Peep's songwriting matured. Themes of heartbreak, addiction, and longing became sharper and more poetic. Tracks like Awful Things, The Bright Side, Ben's Truck, and You Said demonstrated his ability to carry an entire genre into the mainstream. Smokey Sack told Rolling Stone, "It was effortless. He wasn't trying to make hits, he was just telling the truth." By mid-2017, Peep was no longer just underground, he was a crossover star. Fashion houses noticed. Magazines reached out. Labels inquired about follow-up albums. Journalists struggled to define him. Punk? Hip-hop? Fuck? Emo? Peep himself didn't have a clear answer, but he knew. "I want to be the first big rock star in a long time." The spotlight intensified, but so did the shadows. Peep's personal life became increasingly complex. He dated models, artists, and influencers. Some relationships were serious, others fleeting. The constant travel, pressure, and emotional volatility complicated intimacy. His Instagram posts grew darker, hinting at depression. Fans, friends, and his team noticed, but the music industry rarely allows pause. Peep's fashion evolved alongside his music. He became known for shocked pink hair, chipped black nail polish, mesh tops, layered chains, vintage designer pieces, face tattoos that became cultural symbols. He embraced vulnerability, turning insecurities into fashion statements. He created not just music, but a movement young people could see themselves in. When Come Over When You're Sober, PT1 dropped. Critics were divided, but fans made it a classic instantly. Songs hit millions of streams, music videos tens of millions more. Tour shows were packed. Lil Peep had become a fully realized star, on the verge of Part 2 and an even larger world tour. Yet, as fame rose faster than support or structure, the cracks beneath the surface began to widen. And soon, everything would come undone. By late 2017, Lil Peep was no longer just a SoundCloud icon. He had become a global figure. His influence crossed oceans, genres, and generations. Yet beneath the rising fame, dangerous patterns were taking hold. It was a tour night in Tucson, Arizona. Peep had been performing tirelessly, traveling between cities with minimal rest. Exhaustion shadowed every step. Reports later indicated that a combination of stress, insomnia, and recreational substance use had taken a heavy toll. Friends and team members described the night as chaotic, tired but routine, with no apparent signs that tragedy was imminent. But by November 15, 2017, everything unraveled. Peep was found unconscious in his tour bus. Paramedics arrived quickly, but it was too late. The official cause of death was an accidental overdose, a lethal mix of fentanyl and Xanax, substances he had privately struggled with for years. He was just 21 years old. News spread faster than anyone could process. Social media erupted in disbelief. Fans shared stories of how his music had saved them. Teenagers and young adults worldwide expressed grief that felt deeply personal. Hashtags like #RIPLilPeep and #EmoRapForever trended internationally within hours. Tributes poured in from fellow artists, including Post Malone and Travis Barker, highlighting both his talent and the tragic brevity of his life. For many fans, his death left an unfillable void. His lyrics had spoken directly to their struggles. Mainstream media debated what his death represented. The dangers of drug use in the music industry. The pressures of rapid fame on young artists. The rise and commercialization of emo rap. Articles frequently framed him as a tragic emblem of a generation's pain, emphasizing his honesty about depression, mental health, and addiction. Documentaries, podcasts, and think pieces proliferated, turning Peep into more than an artist, a symbol. Lil Peep's death sparked a wave of posthumous projects. Come Over When You're Sober, PT2 was released in November 2018, featuring demos, unreleased tracks, and collaborations. Collaborators and producers worked to preserve the integrity of his sound while honoring his legacy. Fans and critics alike agreed. The posthumous releases cemented his influence. His impact could no longer be measured only in streams or chart positions. Peep's death accelerated the rise of emo rap. Artists such as XXXTentacion, Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, and others cited him as a direct influence. The genre evolved into a cultural phenomenon, blending raw emotional vulnerability, punk aesthetics, trap-influenced beats. The internet mourned, celebrated, and replicated his style. Fashion, lyrics, and visuals inspired an entire generation. Lil Peep's influence endures because he made private struggles public. His battles with addiction and depression were visible. He allowed fans to feel, to break, and to express themselves. He blurred boundaries between punk, emo, and hip-hop in unprecedented ways. Yet his story is also a warning. The pressures of fame and substance use can be deadly. Even years later, fans gather at memorials, online streams, and tribute shows, keeping his music alive. Peep is remembered not just for his tragic death, but for the authenticity he embodied in life. The world lost Lil Peep far too early. Yet, in a generation seeking connection, he became a voice of empathy, vulnerability, and rebellion. His rise and fall were swift, dramatic, and unforgettable, leaving behind a legacy that continues to shape music, youth culture, and conversations around mental health. After Lil Peep's passing in 2017, emo rap was no longer underground. The genre began dominating charts, playlists, and festivals, with his influence visible across contemporary music. Juice WRLD openly cited Peep as a direct inspiration, blending emo melodies with trap production. Trippie Redd adopted fashion and visual aesthetics reminiscent of Peep's signature style, dyed hair, tattoos, and pastel wardrobes. XXXTentacion explored raw vulnerability, addressing themes of mental health and heartbreak in ways Peep had popularized. Even mainstream pop and alternative artists began integrating the emo rap ethos, emotional confessions over digital beats, merging punk-inspired angst with rap rhythms. Peep's approach had set a new blueprint for authenticity in youth culture. The release of Come Over When You're Sober, PT2, was pivotal in shaping Peep's posthumous legacy. Producers preserved his original melodies, ensuring the music retained his authentic voice. Collaborations with artists like Lil Tracy and I Love McConan were revisited, honoring the raw energy of his early SoundCloud work. The project sparked conversations about the ethics of posthumous releases, balancing commercial demand with artistic integrity. Fans embraced these releases not just as music, but as a connection to Peep's spirit, keeping his narrative alive. Lil Peep's influence extended far beyond the studio. Fashion and style. His pastel hair, face tattoos, and eclectic wardrobe inspired fashion trends, bridging streetwear and emo punk aesthetics. Mental health awareness. Peep's openness about depression, anxiety, and addiction helped normalize conversations about mental health among young people. Digital communities. Emo rap fanbases flourished online, creating forums, tribute pages, and fan art celebrating vulnerability and self-expression. He transformed emo rap from a niche internet subculture into a global cultural movement, influencing artists and shaping the identity of a generation navigating love, loss, and mental health struggles. Even years after his death, the DNA of Peep's music lives on. Modern emo rap artists incorporate his signature blend of melancholic melodies, candid lyrics, and trap beats. The genre has become a safe space for youth emotional expression, validating struggles with love, addiction, and mental health. Music festivals, online tributes, and memorial streams continue to honor his aesthetic and ethos, ensuring his influence remains vibrant. Lil Peep's work has become a cultural blueprint, a guide for artists seeking to express raw emotion authentically in the digital age. Lil Peep's story is more than a tale of a musician who rose too fast and left too soon. It is the story of an era shaped by late-night bedroom recordings, broken hearts, thrift store fashion, SoundCloud uploads, and millions of young people searching for someone who sounded like them. Peep arrived flawed, raw, and unfiltered, and in that honesty, he became a mirror for a generation. Since his passing, Lil Peep has become an emblem of raw human emotion, creativity, and resilience. His music still touches hearts, his style continues to inspire fashion, and his openness sparks vital conversations about mental health. His blend of emo guitars, trap drums, lo-fi edges, and melodic confession created a language that countless young artists and fans now speak, a dialect of vulnerability, hope, identity, and defiance. Peep's influence stretches far beyond 2017. Older listeners return to his lyrics and discover new depth. New listeners find him through TikTok edits, playlists, or friends whispering, "You need to hear this." His legacy flows through artists he never met, genres he never explored, and cultural movements he unknowingly sparked. The lessons he leaves are profound. Vulnerability is strength, authenticity can reshape culture, and invention thrives at the edges, not within the safety of labels. Yet his story also leaves us with crucial questions. How should young artists be supported? How should the music industry respond to mental health crises? How can creative souls survive the pressures of fame in the digital age? For the millions who still play his tracks, his message is clear. Life is fleeting, but authentic art echoes forever. Peep's voice may have been brief, but its echo is endless, across forums, playlists, tattoos, fan edits, and memorial streams. He reminds us that music is not just entertainment, it is connection, catharsis, and sometimes a lifeline. His music proved the internet could create its own legends. His legacy proved those legends can outlive the bodies that carried them. And his story proves that pain, when transformed into art, can echo far beyond its origin. Subscribe and hit the bell. New music documentary every Tuesday and Thursday. Watch the following documentaries on our channel. If you like this, watch The Music Industry's Secret: How Record Deals Trap Artists for Life next. Want a documentary on another topic? Tell us below. We'll make it into a short or a long.